Hello, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film. From the North American server, we're in Winterberg standard mode South Spawn with Dark Ninja in his Pz38nA. There are 7 lights apiece, 1 artillery apiece, 1 medium apiece, and the enemy team has 3 TDs. He has 2 with 1 extra heavy. So once again, MM has done a good job of putting together pretty reasonably matched teams of tank strength. You hear a lot of people complaining about MM, but it really does what it's supposed to do. If you look at the rules by which it builds teams, it's quite effective at doing that. MM's job is to put together teams of fairly equal tank strength, battle strength, and it's the player's job to provide teams of equal or superior skill. So if you find yourself on the low end of poor teams over and over and over, that's telling you that you need to up your game and increase the skill level for your team. He takes a fairly aggressive position early on. Now he's letting the heavies move out in front of him, give him flanking support to the right. He likes to go for big games, and so he tends to be more aggressive in the beginning. It ends up with less consistent average to above average games, but more frequent big games, so it's a trade-off. There's a Type 95 down the street. Pz38nA is holding the T28 at bay there, so I think he's going to keep trying to snipe the 95. Normally a peekaboo brawl with a heavy isn't the best thing for a scout to do, but in this case he's actually got the upper hand in it because he can fire faster and he can penetrate the 95, and he can win a shootout like this. Against most heavies you wouldn't want to do this, but against the Type 95 in a Tier 4 scout, you can get away with it. Now note he's taking care to shoot at the lower glacis on the T28 because he wants to score consistent damage. If you've heard the term and you're new to the game and you're not certain what a lower glacis is, I'll throw up a picture here for you. The front armor of most tanks, the hull armor, is a upper and lower glacis. Slope pieces of fairly thick armor. The upper glacis is almost always, not always, but almost always thicker than the lower glacis. And so if you can't aim in on the view part, which is normally the weakest spot of the front or the cupula, then if you have a shot on the lower glacis, it's the preferred shot to take if you want to get consistent damage, and you have a gun whose pen isn't going to be able to penetrate the entire surface of the tank. Friendly fire takes that guy out. That's cool. Now there's another 95. He's just going to chew through. Somebody else takes him out. Now look at this. They have a 4-tank lead. They're winning the field. They've completely won the plaza area of town. A couple lights are behind them, but there's some people moving to deal with them. It's about to be, well, maybe not. He's going to go around the corner. Now it is. It's looking to be a 6-tank lead soon. So now it's up to 6-tank lead, and here's where sometimes teams start making mistakes. The initial burst of battle is over and there's a lot of tanks left that are hurt, and so they get non-aggressive. But what you have to understand is you have a 6-tank lead. All you have to do is to have everybody stay in attack mode, and you have overwhelming numbers on them. Don't be scared if you're the tank that dies. If everybody presses the attack, you're going to move on to a blowout win. If everybody starts getting cautious and thinking, man, I'm down to like 1/5 health and I can't attack anymore, you give the enemy team a chance to get back in the fight.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is destroyed.
The Artie's behind the building up here, maybe moved into the bushes. Definitely loaded as he moves in, so he's going to have to watch that. And there he is.
Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
And there we go. End of the fight. For the battle, Dark Ninja ends up with 1,686 damage, 6 kills, 33 of 46 shooting. That's 72% accuracy. He got 2 spots and lost 18,664 credits. He earned 1,733 XP, survived the fight, got a HighCaliber and Top Gun, along with a Fire for Effect and Bruiser mini medals, and that gives him a battle score of 1,793. Ties him for 10th place in the 38NA Hall of Fame. He did a little bit different than what you're used to seeing on Winterberg maps, because he didn't go over to the field. He went down here, spotted around the corner, just to see if he could catch people coming down this road and get some early spots for his team. He didn't pursue it more than that until he let his team move up in here and secure this flank, and then he moved forward and started spotting across the plaza and was able to engage a Type 95 while the Pz38nA held off a T28 over here. Once he was able, he went around the corner and took out the 28 and then just wrapped around and started dealing damage in this area. Did a lot of damage, didn't get too many kills over there because people beat him to the kill shot. Then he moved back out in the field, and from there they had a 6 tank advantage. And fortunately, the entire team pressed the attack. When you have number lead, press the attack. Don't worry about being cautious and hiding behind buildings. You have 2 tanks for every one of theirs. So you overwhelm them. This is Blitzkrieg. Don't give them the chance to get back in the fight. In World of Tanks, it's a good idea to kick, stomp, and blow up opponents while they're down. That's how you produce blowout wins and guarantee victories. From Winterberg, standard mode south spawn, pressing the attack after they got the lead and coming away with the easy win. Happy hunting.